Good morning. I want to welcome everyone today to our Veterans Day program. I'm excited to see so many veterans coming to join us today, and we want to honor you. We have a fifth grade group to come forward and lead our pledge, so if everyone will please rise. And next we have Ava Parton reading The History of Veterans. You may be seated.
History of veterans. In the United States, we celebrate Veterans Day on November 11th every year. It was first celebrated as Armistice Day on November 11th, 1919. A year after the Armistice, a treaty was made between Germany and the Allied forces to cease fighting during the war. The Great War ended on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. The ending of World War I was formalized on June 28, 1919, with the signing of the Treaty of Versailles. Veterans Day, or Armistice Day, was celebrated on the first anniversary of the end of World War I, which makes 2022 the 104th anniversary of this holiday. In the United States, Veterans Day is a holiday to thank veterans for their services. The focus is on living veterans as opposed to Memorial Day, which is a day to remember those who gave their lives for our country. It's a wonderful time to be thankful for the great men and women who served their country.
have a poem called "We Honor You Today," read by Vivi.
To all of our veterans, Lord and me, thank you for your service all those years. Sacrificed your time. And some gave your life. You preserved our freedom by willingly paying the price. Many anew were sent overseas. We were wounded in battle with scars and disease. But courageous and brave, we weathered the storm. We faced every battle with faith and beyond. We honor you with joy for all that you've done. You stood strong for our country, for our daughters and sons. So no one stands alone. We walk hand in hand. Whenever we are with you, together we shall stand. We salute you today. Hear what we say. Let our words speak eloquently in this special way. On this day, let us express your love and thanks for the sacrifice you paid. You served in honor for many years and days, and we will never forget how you were strong and brave.
Now we're going to do a very favorite part of our program. We're going to recognize our veterans. If you would like to stand when they read your name so we can honor you. Like I said, this is my favorite part because you are the ones that have done the sacrifice, and we want to appreciate you for that today.
James born, U.S. Navy, 1980 to 1985. Art Militants, U.S. Army, 1992.
Daryl Black, U.S. Navy, 1998.
Mickey Messenger, USAF, 2004. Dale Cantrell, USAF, 1983.
Gary Paul, U.S. Army, Vietnam. Andy Whitaker, U.S. Army, 1992 to 1972.
Jack Best Dinner, U.S. Navy, 74, 76.
Clarence Medley, USAF, 1966 to 1980. Harry Dew, U.S. Navy, 1951 to 1955.
Jasper Addington, USAF, 6 years. Gregory Roberts, USAF, 12 years. Valerie
David Bianchi, Army, 18 years, retired. Jonathan Leasy, Army, 6 years, retired. John A. Davis, Army, 21 years, retired. Steve Sweet, Navy, 24 years, retired. Jason Sweetman, Army, 3 years. Allison Sweatman, Army, 1 year, active year. James Witt, Army, 3 years. Witt, 9 years. John Webster, Army, 22 years. Chuck Golding, Army, 20 years. Retired. Jeremy Barnes, Marine Corps, 5 years.
Carly Turner, Army, 4 years, still serving. Fred Burgess, Army, 10 years. John Spencer, Navy, 3 years. Steve Sweet, Navy, 3 years. Robert Dixon, Air Force, 4 years. Michael Crothers, Army, 4 years. Larry Simmons, Army, 3 years. Ron Jarvis,
be introducing our guest speaker. As a son of a Navy veteran who served during World War II and was raised in part by another man who also served in the Navy during World War II, I really am thankful for your service, and I know that you are indeed a blessed people to this community. Our guest speaker today is Mr. Mark Clifford. Mark is a very close friend of mine. I first met Mark about 2.5 years ago, and he welcomed me into this community. And I've since gained a great appreciation for his heart and his desire to serve. Mark is a 25-year retired veteran of the United States Army, serving mostly at Fort Bragg as a paratrooper. And I can't even begin to imagine what it'd be like to jump out of an airplane. But without further words from me, this is Mark.
I stand in front of these because that way I can see the crowd. When I was asked to do this, I didn't know the assignment very well, and it took some time to go over some things in my head. I wanted it to be kind of an educational thing because of the children here, and then I understood that there were going to be fellow veterans here, and to recognize those fellow veterans as well. As David stated, I spent 25 years in the Army, retired in 2016. At time, I spent time all over the world, got an opportunity to see many countries, but of course, spent some time in Afghanistan and Iraq as well, in our recent conflicts there. And it's an honor to be able to speak to you today. To my fellow veterans, I want to thank you all for your service as well. I appreciate you guys coming out today. To you children, I'm glad that you're here to honor us as well. I want Are we? Do I have to be back here? Possibly. I wanted to take an opportunity to talk about the origins of Veterans Day. The young man did a fine job of covering for us already. So I don't know, you may have stolen all of my thunder. But as he stated, after World War I, which at the time was known as the Great War, the war to end all wars, not only in the United States, but in a lot of the European countries as well, they decided that they wanted to recognize those. They decided they wanted to try to recognize those who had served in that fight, to fight fascism, to fight the possibility of suppression. So in 1919, President Wilson, at the time it was called Armistice Day, because on November 11th of 1918, there was an armistice sign. And for the children, do you know, an armistice simply means an agreement, like calling time out. And the guns stopped firing on that day at exactly 11 a.m. That was the agreement. So the first celebration in the United States was a year later, And the first parade in D.C. had about 2,000 veterans that marched. And as I understand it, there were actually elephants in that parade. They also threw confetti and rang all of the bells in the city of Washington, D.C. So from that first proclamation by President Wilson, they celebrated every year. And then finally, in 1938, nearly 20 years after the first celebration, Congress signed into law that Armistice Day would be a federal holiday. They continued to celebrate from 1938 on, but unfortunately, World War I was not the war to end all wars. In the 1940s, we had World War II. In the 1950s, we had the Korean War. In the 1960s, we had the Vietnam War into the 70s. And then there were many other conflicts throughout the years. But very shortly after the Korean War, in 1954, Congress decided to go ahead and change the name of Armistice Day to Veterans Day in order to recognize all who had served in many, many wars throughout the years. However, for our purposes, a simple definition that I would have for Veterans Day is just a day that our country, that all of the people in our country can thank us members who had served during the war. Veterans Day means that some of us came home with medals and scars and war stories and things of that nature, but we did it for the purpose of maintaining a peaceful, free union for all of us to live in. The young man made another great distinction. People get confused. They're like, well, we already have a day. We have Memorial Day. Well, actually, Memorial Day is simply a day where we recognize those who actually died in service to our country. And we go, and it was originally called Decoration Day because we would go to the cemeteries and decorate the graves of those who actually gave the ultimate price for this country and recognize them. Therefore, there was a big distinction at the time, if you think about the historical time. Memorial Day was for all of those members who died during earlier battles, for instance, the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, and the other battles that were before World War I. It's a significant distinction that at the time they thought this is going to be the war that will end all wars, and therefore they thought they needed a second holiday, one, to commemorate that fact, but also to recognize the living service members who had come back home. Now, with all of that said, again, for you children, imagine, if you will, you're playing your video game today on November 11th, and at 11 a.m., it stops. No more building, no more battles if there's battles in there, no more gathering of coins or points or whatever it is for your video game, and it never happening again. Well, that's what happened on November 11th at 11 a.m. in 1918. And so in order to commemorate that, one of the things that they did was a moment of silence. In the military, we learned that silence can be very powerful. And every November 11th at 11 a.m., we stop to recognize those who've served before us with a 2-minute moment of silence. However, it's not 11 o'clock yet, so we'll just practice right now with like a 30-minute moment of silence. And what I would ask you to do while you're doing the moment of silence, the thing to think about during a moment of silence on Veterans Day is these men and women in front of you who served. Think about what they might have seen. Think about what it would be like to leave home, to miss birthdays, to miss holidays, in order to go and serve and try to keep those people that are back home and behind us safe. So we're going to practice with like a 30-second moment of silence. I want everybody just to be as silent as they can. Ready? Go. Thank you. So why is it important to us today? Why is it important for us to say thank you to these veterans? Simply as a reminder that there was a sacrifice made. These people left home, they left behind friends and family in order to try to keep our country safe. Give you guys the opportunity to be here at school. And with that said, there's still about 16 million veterans in the United States today who have served that are still alive. So how can we think of everything? It may sound cliche, but very simply, look them in the eye, shake their hand, and say thank you for your service. It means a lot. It really does. Another way is just to sit down and speak with them. And I think we're going to have an opportunity today for you guys to meet some of these veterans that are out here. So just sit down and speak with them. Give them an opportunity to tell you a story. Ask a prompt, like what was your favorite chow hall meal? What was it like in the countries that you visited? Give them an opportunity to speak. That's a good way to thank them as well. As stated before, veterans didn't go to fight because necessarily they hated what was in front of them, but because they loved what they left at home. They loved America, they loved their families, they loved their children, and they loved the opportunities that are afforded to us here in the United States today. I will leave you with one final thing, and that is promise to remember their stories, promise to remember their sacrifices, and promise to remember what they've done to help protect your freedom. So right now, kids, if you will, kids in the stands, if you will, just stand up, and on the count of 3, we're going to say thank you, veterans. Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3. You can sit down.
Veterans are men and women who fight because they care. They give their lives to serve our country by land, by sea, or by air. They serve because they love us. They serve because they want a better future for their country, a better future for their world. Serving comes with consequences that they know and are willing to bear. You can't find a braver person here or anywhere. They fight for their rights, they fight for our lives, and we owe them all a thank you for all their sacrifice.
We want to thank our veterans and their yes for being with us today. And we hope we make you feel truly appreciated for your sacrifice. Veterans, we would like to honor you with breakfast if you would like to stay with us. We'll have you and your guests go out the upper door, and the breakfast is on the tables coming down by the cafeteria. You can go to the cafeteria for your beverages and a place to sit. Students that are returning to class, we ask that you go out this lower door so that our veterans can get breakfast. If you're a student who is eating with your veteran, please make sure your teacher knows who you are going with and that you will be back soon. Thank you so much for your service and sacrifice. Thank you.